All right. Hello and welcome to Just Animals podcast. And today we have a very special episode. We're actually doing a cross episode with my buddies over on TruExact. We've got Scott and Brian with us here today. And go ahead, say hello really quick, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is that raccoon
Stop.
holding? What is that raccoon holding?
It's a mic.
Can you let them say hello?
It's like a boom
you
mic.
literally just bulldoze their intro.
First of all, yeah, I'd like
Rein
to
it
say,
in.
Ellie, this is about
Okay.
6 or 7. This is 6 to 7 months in the making. Thank you, finally. I'm Scott. I'm rocking your Just Animals t-shirt, by the way. Just have to throw that out there.
And
I
it
also
looks
have a
good.
mug too, but
It looks good. Yeah.
thank you very much. And I just have to say, I've been listening to your guys' episodes since January. And Guy, you got a fan in me, so if she teams up on you, I'm on your side today. I just want you to know that.
Well, thank you, brother. It's nice to have somebody in my corner. All right.
Hey,
Why don't you two marry each other?
Usually in your corner
Yes,
too.
you are true. Well,
I
you know
agree
what?
with
I ask all the good questions as
You do.
the.
No, you hijack
We
sometimes.
need
That's
to
what
have
happens. You
Dr.
hijack.
Lowy back on because it's Shark
It's
Week.
just low. It's just low. He's not
Dr.
Italian.
Lowe.
It's just low.
Dr. Lowe, Shark Week. That was a good episode.
It was.
Yeah, did you yeah, because we don't edit anything.
I'm
But it
surprised
was
he graced us with his time.
Did you see him on Shark Week?
No, I didn't. I haven't
Oh.
watched Shark Week.
Well, we still got to come. Well, everyone's got to come out here. We got to go to the Shark Lab. Brian, say something so we know you're alive.
I'm alive.
Okay. Jeez, you're like Eeyore
I
over
made it.
there. Okay. All
It's
right.
alive.
And then,
It's alive.
oh, shut it. Rein it in. And then, okay. Obviously, with us, as always, is Sam the zookeeper
Hi everybody.
and my dad, Guy.
I have to
What?
apologize for the last time we were trying to do this and my water heater was leaking in the garage and they finally showed up with the water heater. So
Just tell everyone your life story.
having a warm shower after 5 days. Thank God we live in the hot weather because the cold shower was not bad. And anyways, my wife encouraged me to take a cold shower, but that's a different story.
No one wants to know. No one wants to know this. Stop talking. Stop
Let's
talking.
get into
Stop talking.
that.
No, stop
Yeah.
talking. Okay, no, stop talking. Stop talking. Okay, we're done with that. All right, so today we have a very special animal. We've done its cousin, but today we are going to be talking about the tree kangaroo. More specifically, Sam, I'll let you say the name.
It's the Matschie's tree kangaroo.
What?
Yes.
Matschie's.
Say it louder. Be
spell it?
louder, please.
Matschie's. Some feel like I'm
Matschie.
Matschie.
Like,
God, it just
like ma cheese.
Matschie. I'm gonna
That's
spell
ma
it.
cheese.
Yeah. It's M-A-T.
Now, is this a marsupial?
Jeez, you're just talking over
Yeah,
her.
it's a
Please
tree
turn down your
kangaroo.
gain.
Yeah, it's a
You
tree
told
kangaroo.
me to turn it up.
No, I did
Okay.
not. No, I said no such thing.
It's M-A-T.
Dendrolagus.
Stop. Can you let her talk?
Dendrolagus.
Dendrolagus.
Yeah.
Right, which by the way, that's Greek for arboreal. Fun fact.
Arboreal
So,
like
these
trees.
are also one of my favorite animals in the world. I worked with these at zoo school, and
And
they
one time in
I
season.
almost one time,
There it is.
and they're on my. It's the one of the 2 reasons that I want to go to Papua New Guinea. It's on
Yeah, because
my
that's literally like where they
Wait,
only
it says
thing
they
you can
live
find.
in Australia. What are you talking about?
No, let us
No,
finish.
wrong ones.
God,
Wrong
can you
ones.
just like wait? I've sent you the order like 1,000 times, and every
I
time
don't-
your
I don't-
camera zooms into onto your forehead, it looks like the moon. Okay, moon forehead.
Why is it doing that?
Moon River.
All right, so there are about 12,
shit.
possibly 14, depending upon the source, different species of tree kangaroos. And the locals actually call them ghosts of the forest since they move so quickly up in the trees and it's hard to see them. So while they are very similar looking to their terrestrial counterparts, they do have certain adaptations that make arboreal life easier. They have stocky bodies and relatively proportional forelimbs and hind limbs. And compared to their ground-dwelling counterparts, the tree kangaroo has more of a bear-like head, having a broad face, short snouts, and short rounded ears and small eyes. And their fur pattern on their faces is an asymmetrical pattern of yellow, brown, or white fur, which, Sam, what do they feel like?
So it's soft. It's soft fur, but it's really fucking thick, like really dense fur. Like if you can't see their skin under there. Like if you like part it or anything, you can't. It's
Hold on a minute.
What?
There's a Goodfellows tree kangaroo.
Yeah, there's a lot
Are
of
you
tree
talking to
kangaroos.
me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
You must be talking.
Is that
Screaming
what-
in the mic.
Is that what the Goodfellow kangaroo says?
tree kangaroo, and you're screaming into the mic.
You're quoting Taxi Driver. Not
I was gonna
Goodfellas.
say that was Taxi
That's
Driver.
I told you not to spend money. I told you not to get flashy. How about that one, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
good. She walks in with the
Goodfellas.
coat.
It's a good thing we're only
pink-
popular in Australia because we
What
would
did
definitely be
what
getting
did Joe
sued.
Pesci say? Joe Pesci has a famous line from there too.
Shine box.
Go get your shine box.
Oh, I don't know that one. Shine box.
Okay,
It's the biggest
you'll
one.
have to.
That's the big.
He's got autism. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so were they like soft like wallabies? Or are they softer or about the same level of
they're
softness?
about the same. They're about the same. They're
Okay.
not as they're not as soft as like a red kangaroo.
Okay.
It's different.
Okay.
It's a different kind of soft.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Okay, so Ellie, you said that its face resembles like a bear.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to subscribe to the theory that all animals that used to be big became smaller and vice versa, like through time and evolution, could you argue that this potentially could have come from the giant short-faced bear?
Oh, I feel like that'd be a better question for Samantha up there, but
Hey, this is
fucking
open
know.
for anyone.
Sure. That sounds good. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah.
I mean,
It could be
I don't know
possible, right?
anything about I just
but
know evolution happened. I don't know what
It's a marsupial, though, right?
It is a marsupial,
yes,
yeah.
it is a marsupial.
So, and bears were obviously mammals. So, I mean,
Not marsupials. Just not marsupials.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even think I'm trying to wonder if it's even possible for that to happen.
I mean, land animals came from whales, so anything really is possible.
Or it's all a lie.
All a lie.
Okay,
it's all simulation.
Here's something I wanted to add to this because it's important now that I understand the shine box reference.
Okay, why are we going back?
The very first job that I had was self-employed. I shined shoes on the boardwalk in Brighton Beach, and I used to mess up people's socks with the polish. But I did eventually get these things that go into your shoes that keep the polish off your socks. And,
wow.
I don't know if it was like a manicure for a man, but getting your shoe shined by somebody else
by a young Jewish boy in Brighton Beach. It's so nice to see the Jews back to work again.
Well, yes, there you go. So anyways, that was very, 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 very first way I made money was shoe shine boy.
So wait, you did it. You had a box that they put their foot on, right?
Yes, I had a box.
That was your shine box.
I get I just listened to it. I didn't know that. I forgot that. I did see the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice, hardworking young Jewish boy. Oh, he's so special.
And then some undesirable people wanted to try to mug me or take my money away, and no, I didn't. I didn't sit well with that. But
yeah, I would think
I didn't pop a cap in their ass because I didn't have a gun at the time. But now I'd pop a cap in their ass.
Define undesirable, because this could get very racial very quickly.
Oh, it's going to get racial real fast. So never mind. Let's just go.
Ellie. I would move on.
Yeah, let's just move on. It's not going to end well.
You could just say some assholes tried to mug you.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's it. Some assholes tried to mug you.
Some assholes tried to get my money that I worked hard for.
I have a question.
Well,
a shine back then was only a quarter. So
a quarter was also worth like $2. So there's that
probably
too.
$2.50.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse the fuck out of me.
You could get a Frankfurter or Knish or something.
Okay. Enough with your stories about the olden days and wherever.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So back to the tree kangaroo.
Yeah,
so coming in at a length of 27 inches, not including their tails, which are almost as long as their bodies. Males weigh anywhere from 12 to 22 pounds, and females are slightly smaller, weighing in at 12 to 20 pounds. And as for their chestnut red brown fur, it's actually on the longer side and is woolly, and they also have a dark stripe that goes down the length of their backs. And then, unlike their ground-dwelling relatives, their forelimbs are highly developed and robust, and they have long, sharp claws on both their front and back feet and rough skin on their hands and feet to help with climbing. God damn it, that is so distracting every time it zooms into your forehead. Okay. Their lifespan is about... Now it's literally just your forehead and the stamps behind you. God. All right, so their lifespan is about 12 to 20 years. Sam, how old were the kangaroos that you worked with?
So we had 4... in zoo school, and 2 of them were a younger breeding pair. Those were the ones that were on exhibit. They had a baby right after I left, so they were probably like 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7. somewhere around there, like early breeding age. And then the other two were in their teens when I worked with them. And this was all like a decade ago when I worked with them. So yeah, that's how old they are now. So the other two were a pair that lived behind the scenes that never went on display. They both had some health issues. But
Eek.
anyway, the older one, I mean, not the older one, the boy, he died at 20 years old. And a little tidbit of information, he was actually the oldest Matschie's tree kangaroo under human care when he died.
Oh,
So
wow.
he died at 20. And then his mate died a couple years before that. So, and she was
So
about the same age.
he couldn't even legally drink. He passed away
Nope.
1 year before. Poor
That's
bastard.
right.
I have
So,
a
so these things. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have a question
Oh,
for
wow.
Sam.
He's letting you talk.
Thank you. I have a question for Sam because you say you worked with them, like, and you know, like certain. I don't know if you would know this, but like, certain sharks have different behavior, but like they're all sharks. So, like, was this one of the most like more calm kangaroo species that you know of, or were they more like aggressive?
They weren't aggressive at all. Like we went in with them all the time and everything, while cleaning and everything. So they were super sweet. If anything, they were kind of standoffish sometimes until they really got to know you. They'd, and then they'd come up to you and stuff. But they're really just really calm, and they just sit around and stare at you. Really, yeah, not aggressive. None of them were ever like I couldn't even picture them being aggressive. It was just they were super cute.
Adorable.
Aw.
They just super cute tree kangaroos. Yeah, that's why I loved
Okay.
them so much because they were just there and cuddly.
One of the more low maintenance animals.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Not one of the ones that actively is trying to kill you.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was one
that's
of the
fair.
few that we could go in with too, so that was a fun thing to do too, and you could hold their hands and shit like that.
Aw,
So,
hold kangaroo
like no
hands.
protected contact and stuff. So that's fun.
I looked further into the potential of the
Oh,
short
here
faced
we
bear
go.
being related to this.
Brian
And-
goes
And
down
bears
wormholes.
bears are part of the Ursidae species,
Yeah.
Right. So bear.
which has no relation to marsupials. So
Macropods.
fail.
Okay, well, you
Okay,
tried.
so I have a question here. Do you think
Are we
the
just
tree
doing...
kangaroo came down to form the terrestrial kangaroo, or did the terrestrial kangaroo go up into the tree?
The terrestrial went up into the tree. I
Yeah, that
actually
would
know
make
the answer to
sense.
that. That's
They
true.
are cute,
Yeah, they are.
but
They could go either
some
way.
said that they were 70 inches long. That's pretty big.
I think
They
that
have
includes the tail.
super long tails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
their
tail's
tails
like
are
3
really
feet.
long. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this particular tree kangaroo can only be found in this one peninsula of Papua New Guinea. Other species can be found in Indonesia and northern Queensland, Australia. And in the wild, they're most commonly found in rainforests. Some species do live in mountainous and lowland areas. The Matschie's is found in a lower montane forest at the elevation of about 1,000 meters to 3,000 meters, or 3,200 feet to 9,800 feet. Oaks comprise the majority of trees in lower elevations, and conifers are more abundant at higher elevations. As for their zoo enclosure, Sam.
So it was really actually simple. Ours had lots of huge trees. Like we would cut down huge, gigantic whole trees. Okay, guys, for that shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Not laugh at that.
Holy
full
mackerel.
moon. Full moon.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I told you, that's why when I was talking, it's like I'm getting very distracted here.
So yeah, so we
It's
would
just
cut
some
down
full
like whole
moon.
trees and put them in there.
Yo. Oh man.
I've never seen this before.
It's always something with you. It's always something with you.
It's
Jesus.
hilarious. That's why we love him. That's why he's here.
Did they have
It's
like
comedic
rope
relief.
swings or anything? You know, like sometimes in those monkey exhibits,
Mm-mm.
they've got
No,
those
they didn't do
ropes that
that.
go across the.
No, they weren't that. They're not that. They don't balance like monkeys do. Oddly
Okay.
enough, it's weird. They're not as agile.
Okay, they're not into swinging off of shit.
No, they don't swing at all.
Okay.
They just pretty much jump and hang on.
Okay.
So yes, we had like, and then we had platforms because they like to rest and jump from platform to platform. So those were all like up and down the trees, and then it was just plants on the ground so they could get on the ground and play with them or eat them or whatever.
When do the joeys
Question.
come out of the pouch?
Can you
Just
wait
like
for
a-
reproduction? Wait for reproduction. Thanks.
Wait.
Question: When they're when they're moving, so when they jump from like tree to tree or whatever, are they on their hind legs like only, or is it kind of like when your dog hops on your bed where they kind of like scoot back or get a little bit of running start and then launch themselves? Is it like a normal kangaroo jump or like a four-legged animal jumping?
They jump with their hind legs, but they still, I guess, they don't really jump with their arms.
Okay. So
they
like
jump with all the powers in their hind legs, and then they just grab onto the tree that they're jumping to.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of like hope I make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's very scary.
Is there anything that hunts them?
Is there any what?
Is there anything that hunts them?
Humans. Just people.
That's it.
What else? You'll learn. Yes, you'll learn on this show. Literally, humans are the biggest threat to everything. We are the assholes in every situation. We're either destroying their habitats, or we're killing them, or we're doing both.
Yeah. Yeah, only humans.
Yeah, that's a common theme on our show, unfortunately.
Well, I know the kangaroos you've done before, like where like the with the leather and stuff. Are these ones more protected than just the kangaroos out in Australia? Like, are these?
They are, because they're endangered. There's only we'll talk about it later, but there's only about 2,500 of them left, and that's a super guesstimate,
overestimate.
Because probably overestimate, because they are so elusive. Like researchers and experts go out in the wild to find these animals, and they could go a year and never see one. So they're just super elusive. And
how do they know there's 2,500?
That's a very rough, generous estimate, and that's
rough estimate. Yeah.
How do we?
That's the same thing with red pandas.
The calculations for these estimates?
You could probably
go look it up.
No, so researchers.
You're the expert, Ellie.
Touche.
No,
but for real, how would they even go about?
Because they do how they do most population things. So like take a picture of an area, and then it's like, okay, well, how much area does usually one tree kangaroo inhabit, and then they'll just kind of like multiply that by the area that they have.
It's extrapolation. Sure,
right. It is absolutely, which is why 2,500 is probably a very generous amount. And like Sam said, part of why we still don't know much about these animals is because they are so hard to research in their natural environment. Because it's just like, first of all, good luck seeing them in this dense rainforest where barely any sunlight makes it through, and they blend in really well, and they don't really come on the ground. So yeah, it's just kind of. Okay, tell her she can't do her fucking demon sneeze. Tell her she's got to go outside with that. Sorry, you just heard my mom sneeze like Satan's coming out of her nose.
With that stuff.
No, seriously, y'all. My mom sneezes. It sounds like Satan is trying to crawl out of her face. It's very disturbing.
Sam, when you were working with...
Go on. No, I was going to say, just to keep on the population thing, and then we can move on. This could potentially sound ridiculous, probably will 100%. But what if they lived underground somehow and we haven't figured that out?
It sounds ridiculous.
Then they wouldn't be tree kangaroos.
They'd be a different species of something.
What if they do both?
We'd know that by now. We'd know that.
Yeah, because with all the shit we dig up.
Hey, we don't know the majority of what's in the ocean.
Yeah, but we know we're not in the ocean right now. We're talking about on land.
Boom.
Wow, you go, girl.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Sam, when you were...
Shut up, Scott. I question everything.
No, that's not questioning everything.
When you were working with them and there was like 4 in a room at once, are they territorial with each other? Like if I try to take food from my dog...
No, there wasn't 4 at once. So they were separated.
Oh, no, you don't do that.
No. So the ones that were off exhibit in the back, they were together all the time. They were an older couple. They just, for some reason, they just coexisted perfectly together. They were great. The other 2, we only put them together to breed, which I'll talk about later. There's no breeding season, so it was whenever we thought was a good time. But if they weren't breeding, they were separated. They were not put together at all unless it was a breeding day.
They can't get along?
No, they're very solitary.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so they're like the cassowaries. Will they kill each other then?
Oh my God, cassowaries are awesome.
Probably.
That's raptors. Those are raptors.
Yeah, they're my favorite birds.
Sam worked with them and got an award.
Talk about this.
Sam didn't go into that velociraptor cage.
No, she did
No, I
not go into
didn't.
the
No.
dinosaur cage. But I don't
Um,
think you could pay any sane person to go in there.
I would never go into one of those cages ever.
no, some asshole on drugs did.
How
yeah.
are they not classified as a dinosaur?
I would rather jump in the water with a great white shark before I
You probably have more chances of floating.
Yeah.
You'd probably scare the shark, honestly. The cassowary would
Yeah.
just be like, who the fuck are you?
And then whoosh,
Right,
Yeah.
Sam? I mean, aren't they just like, I mean, I've seen.
Well, they don't ask questions. They wouldn't
No,
even
they
say
just
who the
will
fuck
kill
are
you.
They just be like,
right,
"Hey."
and just charge at you.
no,
and
I've seen the things where they go into the cages and they have those big barriers because they
Mhm.
kick it
Yeah,
and they're like smacking this thing like
yeah.
hard.
They disembowel people.
Their
Yeah.
claws will go
One
through a
time.
door.
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
they kill that guy that took them? Didn't one of them kill that guy that took them?
Took who? What?
Didn't your zoo like give them to like this this guy
Aviary?
that like this guy that studies them or whatever? And didn't he like get killed by one of them? Or am I thinking of a different
No,
animal?
that was a different story. Different story.
Oh, okay.
No. That was a different story about some guy who just had them in Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, right. He just
Yeah.
these are my pet cassowaries. It's
Yeah.
fine. Okay,
That's
well,
not a pet, not even a little.
no. But you'd be amazed what people try to turn into pets.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a guy in
murder.
Miami.
It's a murder bird.
It is.
There's a guy that literally had a freaking hyena in a Miami high rise. Okay.
That's fantastic.
I mean, it sounds very
Is
fun,
that
but it's
the one
also
that collapsed?
oh Jesus, what is wrong with you?
They
It
had to
like
kill the
zooms in and
hyena.
goes dun dun dun.
Wow,
Okay,
I have
We got-
dark humor, and wow.
Wow.
Guy did it. Guy did it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, her name is Jake the hyena. But anyways, okay. So zoo diet and wild diet. Sam,
Oh.
take it away.
Oh, okay. So wild diet.
Missouri.
No.
Fuck. Stop.
No. We don't even actually feed them Missouri.
They don't even know what Missouri is. You need to tell them, Sam.
No, you're the one that's obsessed with it.
Okay, hold on. So wild diet.
Those fuckers never called me back.
Yeah,
They're
good.
not-
They're
they
definitely not
won't.
going to call us back.
Sweet.
So they're herbivores.
Okay, well now you got to tell them this. Fuck. Can you? Go
Okay,
take some. Go. Okay. Anyways, now tell them the story. Okay, so long story short, Missouri. Turn off your phone. Missouri is basically like the go-to for animal feed, whether that's domestic, exotic, wild, whatever. And so there's usually some sort of like Missouri monkey biscuit or Missouri rabbit biscuit or Missouri like porcupine biscuit or whatever. And so that's why whenever we get to this part, he always guesses Missouri, and then you can chime in here what you've emailed them. You only emailed them once.
I think I did twice. But
Okay. And
maybe,
he left him a message too.
Maybe they'll respond to Sam since she has a zoo connection.
I'm done with the fucking zoo. I don't
Can you
have
turn
a
off your
connection
phone?
anymore.
Sure.
What is the matter with you? This is an amateur hour.
I'm trying to multitask. Sorry.
Okay, well, too bad. I'm going to break your phone. All right, so continue with what they eat, Sam. Thank you.
Okay.
It's not Missouri.
It's not Missouri. So this is
Bananas.
the wild diet.
Fuck!
Actually,
Can you
yes.
let her talk?
So they are considered
Scott and
herbivores.
Brian.
What?
Can you let her to? Oh my God! She can only get out
It's
like
not
5
fair.
words before you
funny.
bulldoze.
Okay, they're herbivores. And more specifically, they're folivorous, which means they eat a bunch of
What?
trees.
They're what?
Folivorous. Folivorous.
Full of horses.
So they eat
F-O-L-I-V-O.
trees?
What
Well,
the fuck do you
yeah.
think?
You
They eat
mean
a
like
ton
the
of
bark
leaves.
or the leaves?
Yes, and the bark. So they eat leaves from all kinds of forest trees. They'll eat the vines, ferns, orchids, shrubs, herbs, and mosses and grasses. And then they'll also eat fruit and flowers and tree bark. And then they've also been known to eat insects, little birds, and bird eggs. But I think that's but I think that's a rare occasion.
Oh, kind of
we
like
did
I'm really
feed ours-
desperate, and these birds are here. So
Yeah, we did feed ours boiled eggs for protein, and they loved those. But I never really saw them eat anything live, not even insects.
Scott, are you falling asleep?
No, I'm good. I'm just waiting for the reproduction.
That's so weird. That's so weird to hear this now because now that reconnects these animals to bears in my head.
Jesus Christ.
You're not going to let this bear thing go.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Maybe
Ryan,
you'll find
go
some
to-
new taxonomic like
you have to go back
linkage.
farther and see where bears and
Came from.
marsupials forked off.
Split.
From.
Yeah.
Where-
Bears
Where
and
did
not
they-
marsupials.
We
Right,
understand
but
That's what I
that.
was-
you have
that's
to
what
go
I
back
said.
to where they split in the
You have to,
evolutionary chain.
you have to go on the taxonomic chart and go
To see-
way. way back.
What's before that?
I'm gonna
Sounds
do
like
this.
sounds
Yeah.
like we
Okay.
could
You
just
should.
Figure it out.
Listen, please.
trip to New Guinea and go study these animals.
Yeah.
Right, that
I'm
you
not,
never
I'm
see
not
in the
going there
wild.
for this.
Perfect.
I
All
want to do
right.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would go.
so in the zoo we feed them like fruits, vegetables, lots of sweet potato, bananas, cucumbers, green beans, lettuce, boiled eggs, already said, and then also flowers. We used to pick. We had hibiscus around, and hibiscus was her favorite flowers. It was really cute to watch them eat it, and then all kinds of trees.
Aw.
Like we'd go out and get them all kinds of edible browse. But one of their favorite things in Florida, we had this vine ground plant called Wandering Jew, and it was their favorite. I knew you'd like that. It was their
That
favorite.
is a plant.
That's what it's called,
Sounds like
Wandering
a
Jew.
great nickname.
Yeah,
For some, yeah, you're the wandering Jew. Christ.
but they actually did love Wandering
It's real cheap.
Jew.
I'm not making any jokes.
Wandering Jew.
Sitting this one out.
That is the name of a plant.
As he's sitting there, probably going through a Rolodex of shit in his head.
Right, yeah, pretty much. Exactly. You know, he's gonna like text us later, like, I got one. I just didn't want to say it on the show.
remember the Jew Vine
Remember-
comment?
Yeah. All right. So as for their behavior, like I said, little is known about these animals' behavior in the wild. They're diurnal, so they're active during the day. And due to how they avoid each other like the plague when kept in captivity, it is assumed they are also solitary in the wild. So towards each other they're very aggressive. I guess towards humans they're not aggressive, but
I mean,
two
they
males
probably could be, but
two
the ones I were with, they were just they're just
Hey,
kind of
there.
like, oh, it's my
What,
food source.
Didn't some animal show use that kangaroo face as their mascot or something?
What are you
The Tree
talking
Kangaroo?
about?
Did
What are you
some?
talking about?
Animals.
Are you
Like-
talking about that show we watched with kids with those two brothers?
Yes.
And they had
yes.
it's a lemur.
Boom of
It was a
Captain
lemur.
That was a
That was
lemur?
the Shafak.
Yes, not
Yeah.
even close.
Okay, never mind.
That was the Boomafoo.
Yeah, but he had a different name when I was a kid, and then they changed it to the Boomafoo.
Zubu Mafu.
Oh, I don't know. I was
Okay.
the only reason I do know it is because I worked with the Shafak and all the kids. The Boomafoo, and I had to
Oh
look up the words.
God.
That's the only reason.
What are their teeth like?
Little. They're like little and sharp little teeth. I don't know.
So do they have like more of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like different types pretty much? Like where they have like back kind of molars in a way to grind like plants.
Yeah,
and
their
vines and things
dentition
like
is
that?
like a browse eater. They're like for eating leaves and shit like that. Yeah, they
it
don't
was
have like
Animal
gargantuan
Junction.
canines or anything, but they have grindy molars. Yeah,
So it's not Shafaka, it's Shafak, as you said.
it's called Shafak. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how.
And
That's what it's. I mean, I guess you could say Shafaka, but it's just Shafak. It's the
Okay.
noise that they make. Actually, it's like a shafak.
Oh,
It sounds like Shafak, but
yeah,
it's
Shafak.
like, it's like a weird. That's why their name's Shafak.
Yeah,
because
don't
it's
even cover your mouth. Just cough right into the mic. Thanks.
different.
This is why we don't
Giving
take
us
you anywhere
all
because you have no home
Hey,
training.
did you ever get scratched by a tree kangaroo?
Where? What?
Not well. Didn't break skin, but their fucking
Ew.
claws are pretty intense. So
Yeah,
like
I
if
saw.
they like if you were feeding them or something and they grabbed onto your arm, which
Oh.
they would do, they would like they would dig in and it
Would
would
they
just
death
make
grip?
like but they wouldn't do it to the point where it would break your skin. Like you'd have like that like
Like little imprints or whatever.
yeah, but it wouldn't break.
So
skin.
Scott and Brian, if you ask what an animal likes, you're very safe by saying bananas because most of the animals we talk about like bananas, except that
that's true.
cassowary that likes kill humans.
No, actually,
No, they like bananas.
I
Rhinos are the
usually
ones that didn't eat bananas.
I usually Google
Rhinos
him.
don't like bananas.
I usually
What'd you say,
Google,
Scott?
I usually Google in what we're like looking up, and you know how like the suggested questions come up. Literally, like the third one down, which I find fascinating. Somebody actually asked, "Can kangaroos fart?" And it turns out they can't. It turns out they can't. It's crazy because they produce low methane, environmentally friendly toots. So somebody just answered it that like they don't fart at all, which I just find fascinating. I don't know. It's just why someone.
Sam, can you corroborate that? Because you've worked with both.
They've got a weird digestive system. I think they fart. They eat a shit ton of
plants. How do they not fart with all those plants?
Dude, is that milk you're drinking?
Sure I never heard
Can you let her answer?
Yeah.
For like 5 seconds?
Water.
Oh, okay.
They have to.
Have you ever walked in though and you were like, it smells, or you literally have never thinking back to it? Like, do you ever remember them doing it?
No, I never heard them fart, but they've got to fart. They've got to. They eat so much. Their gut system is a weird system. I don't know.
Okay, sidebar. Speaking of farts, which animal had the worst farts?
Cow farts are ruining the atmosphere.
Well, we didn't know. That's old news.
Let me think.
Kill them all.
Something that was gross.
Burgers for everyone.
Rhino farts were pretty rancid.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
It's a huge animal.
Yeah. It was pretty gross.
Gas tank.
It's all grass. It's just all plant material farts.
You know, one of the things that I just found out is that hippos don't like humans, and they'll fucking kill
they
people.
They don't like each other. Why are we doing hippos?
Baby hippos are so cute. They're even cuter than little rhinos, I think. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
we're not.
I can't compare the two. I think they're both adorable.
You should look up pygmy hippos.
Over the rhino.
Pygmy hippos. All right. Anyways, so back to their behavior. Females can be very aggressive towards joeys that they don't know, and sometimes they are aggressive towards each other as well. They do fight. I found it very interesting how they fight. They actually lay on their sides and they use their forelimbs to box and wrestle while also forcibly biting. They do not kick like their ground relatives, so I guess it's just all boxing for them. And when they are overheated, they will lick their forelimbs to cool off. So they don't sweat. So that's actually how them and land kangaroos cool off by licking their forearms. And then as for their arboreal way of life, they are very agile in the trees. They can jump as far as 9 meters or 30 feet to an adjoining tree. And unlike possums, they climb down trees feet first with their arms wrapped around the tree sliding and their feet hopping. And while on the ground, they will actually walk and not hop, and they spend 60% of the day sleeping. Sam, all you, what were they like in the zoo? Can you tell Mom to stop clanging around, please?
Stop clanging your daughter sin.
Wow, I'm sure she heard it.
Okay. Zoo behavior. So yeah, we kind of already talked about it. To us, they were super adorable. But you know, they could. That sounds like she broke something.
I feel like she did that purposely.
Yeah, she did.
She's turning it up now.
Can you go close? Yeah, I know. Can you go close your lambskin curtains?
Hold on.
Drown her out. Jesus. Oh, God.
I love it.
That's shutting the curtains. He's shutting the curtains. Yeah.
Actually, I think
no, they're like, these curtains are probably like 20 pounds. They're very heavy.
Yeah, but guy lifts
taking those things off anyway.
So he lifts 20-pound weight. Curtains are nothing to him.
That's right.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Let me just tell you something. She's probably getting ready to make dinner, so we don't want to fuck with her. Otherwise, I have to make my own dinner.
Oh no! I have to cook for myself like an adult.
Here's the trick. Here's the tip for the guys. When they're mad at you, they don't want to talk to you. As long as you're still getting dinner, don't rock that fucking boat.
Oh my God.
Let him cook
It's
Gem of the episode right there.
Yeah, you're getting the best of both worlds.
How long? I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how she hasn't killed him yet. I'm still waiting for that day to just come home and she's just going to be like, your dad died. I'm like, oh, okay.
The guys get this. They understand.
Whatever that means. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. We're cutting that out. That's disgusting.
No,
all right.
He meant she's this close to killing him. That's what he meant, Ellie.
Yeah.
I like that.
Exactly.
I hate all of you. Okay.
Thank you guys.
So As for how they communicate, they are mostly mute animals. They do like this tongue clicking thing, which is associated with anger and anxiety. They do communicate non-verbally, and they will switch their tails from side to side as a warning signal. They also do nose jab signals, which gives off the intention that they're going to bite. And they do scent marking. Sam, did they ever like make any noises or?
Yeah, when breeding noises they did.
Oh,
they would do like
okay.
it sounds exactly like it says, tongue clicking. There's like
That's
this
weird.
hissing sound they did, tongue clicking, and that was about it. And it was only around breeding time. It wasn't for.
I
They
just
didn't talk
picture
to each
how
other
weird that
without
would
it.
be if humans did that, like instead of talking, just like
Oh,
like
God.
someone
Yeah.
that found a
Humans
it'd be
already
so
say
fucking
weird shit to each
Yeah.
other.
It'd be so weird though if there
You
was
know,
no
like, hey, wanna fuck? I mean, I feel like that's just as
Wow.
awkward and weird as
I know
like tongue
people.
clicking.
I know people
okay,
who said that to girls. I do
I'm
know
sure you
people
do.
have. And they've
Okay,
gotten a
thank
drink
you. You
thrown
just
on
proved
them.
my point.
I was gonna say,
Who's that?
I
Nobody
bet you
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
worked though too. Not yet. Okay.
We don't talk
So-
about those days anymore.
Boo. Although, wait, no, not Sam. Scott, what did you say? What was your great pickup line?
It was.
Let me holla at you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Hold on.
sing the bell.
He's
Thank
getting the
you.
song ready. Is this going to be the kangaroo
What
theme
are you
song?
doing?
This is what
I
we do.
literally saved you.
Turn that off.
I don't even know what the fuck that- Oh, it's
You're
Barry
muted
White?
now.
Was that
Now
Barry
you're
White?
muted. You're muted.
He
Oh,
doesn't.
you've been muted. He doesn't know he's
Keep
muted.
talking.
He's just talking.
All right, we can move
All right.
on.
So,
Anyway.
anyways, reproduction now.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me get. Okay, so reproduction. Are you gonna unmute?
Shit, I can't unmute him now.
So they are not monogamous, and they don't have
Okay.
any defined mating season. We've already talked about that.
Jesus.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
So females,
Almost worse that he's muted.
females do go into heat, which is estrus, every 51 to 79 days. And when they do, they actually go to the ground to approach a male, and they'll make noises like the tongue clicking and hissing, and they'll do the swatting things at the male. They're like playing hard to get, I guess. And then, but she usually lets them breed. She usually lets them breed within like 10 minutes, and then copulation can last up to a whole hour.
I could do it in 5. I don't need 10.
Stop talking. You're gonna get muted again.
It's an hour. Copulation.
An hour? No.
An hour. It just takes him 10 minutes to woo her. Okay.
59 seconds, 59 minutes and 30 seconds longer than me.
Jesus.
Gestation. Okay, so here's a little bit of trivia. So gestation is approximately 40 to 45 days. And that is the longest gestation of any known marsupial. So they have the longest gestation of any marsupial.
Oh, really?
Matchies, yep. And but just like with other kangaroos.
What is gestation? I don't know that
Oh,
word.
how long the
pregnant.
baby takes to cook.
Duh.
How long they carry? 45 days?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, with them.
That's insane.
Well, with them, it's the baby comes out and it's like undeveloped. Like it's this little.
It's like a
bean,
green bean.
nasty
Yeah,
thing
it's like
with
a nasty
no
bean.
Like a
hair,
little
no
alien.
eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like this little jelly bean with like legs and feet and
Like
stuff
barely
that
little
just-
legs, like little flippy legs.
Right, and like its eyes their eyes aren't even developed, right?
No, they don't even
Right.
have slits. It's like a dark spot there.
Strange evolutionary
Very
flaw
fucking weird.
to develop
Marsupials are
more
really-
of your kind.
Yeah, I know. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah, but they
It's
like
weird.
crawl up out of like the mom's vagine and then like crawl into the pouch and
But
finish
still, I'm just
developing.
saying, like, you would think,
shit.
like, evolution, the whole point of evolution is to optimize a species, right? So, like, why would you give it such a poor way of breeding?
Yeah.
A lot of women die during childbirth still, so obviously evolution hasn't caught up with a lot of things.
Maybe it's just food. It's meant to be food. Like rabbits. Rabbits are meant to be food.
You have a pet
True.
rabbit,
Am I
Brian.
right or wrong? Yeah, and I saved him from being food.
Yes.
Did
all right.
you though?
I tell him every day. Every time he does something ridiculous, I'm like, you should be food. Just
You should be
like,
you should be a snake's snack.
Yeah. You're a boa constrictor's dinner.
Why are you crinkling paper?
Oh, I was looking at a bag that I got delivered. I think it's a. Never mind.
Okay, stop crinkling paper.
Sorry.
You're not a squirrel.
Sorry.
All right. So, as for their fur, the fur at the nape of their neck actually goes in the opposite direction, so that water just falls off of them. Their tails are used for bouncing when moving through the trees, and their tails are not as muscular as their ground-dwelling relatives, and they do not use them as a fifth leg. Don't be gross. Their forefeet and hind feet have much greater mobility than the land-dwelling kangaroos, and
Do
they
these
also
guys
have.
box when they fight? I mean, do they?
We already covered that. We addressed that. You weren't paying attention, so I don't know what
You're
to tell
right.
you. Okay, so
I was probably pulling the curtain while you were talking about that.
maybe. Okay. Their forefeet and hind feet have much greater mobility than land-dwelling kangaroos, and they also have modified ankle bones that allow rotation of their hind feet to turn their soles inwards. And they also belong to the short. Well, here we go. Brian's going to go nuts. They belong to the short-faced group of tree kangaroos, as they have the shortest, broadest, softest
Oh
hind
my
foot.
God.
I'm sorry, not short-faced, short-footed. My bad. Short-footed.
Short-footed.
They have
Good
the
enough.
softest hind foot
Close
pads
enough.
and most curved claws of all. And then predators and threats. Go for it, Sam.
Only thing is humans, just like we said.
Yeah, what else is new?
Zero
They're-
dog.
It's
Okay, great. Rain Man.
So they are hunted by the people, the indigenous people in Papua New Guinea, for food
surprised they can
and for
catch them.
trade. I know. So food and trade, and then habitat loss due to rainforest clearing for farming, mining, logging, oil, and gas production. So humans, all of it. All of
Yeah,
our
that
activities.
sounds about right.
There's not one predator, like, at all, like, other than humans, like, in
No,
that
there's-
they know about.
Not in
Wow.
Papua New Guinea, not in that part of Papua New Guinea. They're in a very
Yeah.
small peninsula.
Yes, it's a
area.
very isolated area. That's probably why they're there, is because it is so isolated and they don't have to.
Yeah, I
worry
mean there
about
are
stuff.
there are indigenous people there. So, but and how are you going to tell them not to feed their family? So that's
Right.
That's a huge conservation
Tricky. Yeah.
hurdle.
Do you ever feel like there's too many variations of animals?
What the hell?
Too many like
You
subspecies.
know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Yeah, like think about it. Like you'll have like a base species, right? And then you'll have like 10 more underneath it
Yeah,
that are just like offshoots of it because
Subspecies?
there was some sort of genetic deformity along the way that made a new branch to the tree.
Why's it got to be deformity? Why can't it be an
Yeah.
adaptation? You hater.
I don't think
Either way, same word.
like that terminology.
Good and bad are relative terms. Listen, all I'm saying is maybe there's just too many animals, and if they don't serve a specific purpose, maybe some of them got to go.
Okay,
I
well then
think
why
there's
do we
too
have
many
mosquitoes?
humans, honestly, too many.
Yeah, first of all, there's
humans.
too many humans.
It's
Also,
Animals
there's
are here
plenty of
first.
animals like
Too many
mosquitoes.
subspecies of humans.
Yeah.
Some of us got to go.
That's also very true. It's also very true. Yeah, I mean mosquitoes, they literally do nothing, and yet here they are, still.
same with lightning
And
bugs.
cicadas.
They got to do something.
Things eat them. Bats eat mosquitoes.
Well,
Other
then we need more
other
bats.
bugs eat
Food for something.
mosquitoes. Yeah.
We need more bats then.
Yeah,
Is there any
mosquitoes are
way
food
now?
for
Is there
them.
any way that this? I mean, what's the likelihood that some species that are endangered can become like non-endangered anymore? Specifically with them, like what really is the
Oh, it takes.
likelihood of it?
Aggressive breeding
You're
and
the problem.
aggressive captive
There's a
breeding.
whole. There's a whole list of animals. Alligators were on that list at one point. Black-footed ferrets, California condors. Yeah, there's a whole
Mhm.
bunch of animals that we've brought back from being
On the brink.
like condors. I think there was like maybe 4 left ever, and they took
Yeah,
them
that
all out
was
of the
due
wild.
to DDT.
Yeah, and they took them all
And
out of the
Johnny
wild.
Cash.
Yeah, and Johnny Cash. That's right. We talked about that.
Yes.
So,
Did you
and
guys know
then,
about the
yeah,
Johnny
there's-
Cash story? Sorry, Sam.
No, you told us, but I don't know if you told them.
Okay, so legend has it part of why California condors went and like super endangered on the brink of extinction was because Johnny Cash crashed his car into this tree, and there just so happened to be like the last remaining condors or so were in that tree, and it just lit up into flames and killed all of them.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't hear about that.
Look it up. It's on the internet, so it has to be true. Abraham
It's
Lincoln.
definitely true on the internet.
I saw it on Facebook, so it's
So
definitely
what is
real.
what is the current status of these tree kangaroos?
Obviously endangered as fuck.
Super endangered. And like we said, there's super estimated. There's only 2,500 left out there.
Is Australia doing anything to protect them, or are
I
they?
mean, Australia's also slaughtering their own animals, so you know.
Yeah.
There's that.
I mean, same amounts being done for anything else. I mean, there's people that really care about it, and then everybody else doesn't.
Speaking of Australia, I think Prime Minister Scott Morrison, aka ScoMo, shit his pants at McDonald's. Fun fact.
He what?
Yeah, he
Hey,
shit his
Mr.
pants.
Prime
He claims
Minister.
he didn't shit his pants at McDonald's.
He's claiming he didn't, but he 1,000% did shit his pants at a
You
McDonald's.
just gotta own that if you do it. I mean, like,
Well,
Right?
you know, it must be that Austria.
What do you
The
sound it
Aussie
out?
Big Mac.
There
Sound
was
it out.
a artificial fat that made people shit in their pants. Do you remember that?
Oleo. It was oleo.
What's the name of the fat?
I will
Oleo.
find it.
Buddy.
Hold on. No,
was
it was
oleo.
Austria or something
Sam's
like
got
that.
it. Sam's got it. Sam's got it.
It was something. It was oleo.
Okay, but
Oleo?
regardless,
I
Scott
think it was-
Morrison shit
no.
his pants at a McDonald's.
Where can I purchase this fat? I want to give
I don't
it to
think they make
someone.
any more. They
You mean
put
Scott?
it in.
No, they don't do it
It was
anymore.
potato chips. They had potato
Yeah,
chips with it in
right.
it.
You got to be able
They
to
made
get it
people
somewhere.
just shit.
Hold on, I'll get to.
That's awesome.
Wait, have you guys seen
I
that
would
thing where the
love-
guy
I
got
would-
like the diet gummy bears, like the sugar-free
Yeah.
gummy bears, and shit his pants?
Yeah.
I would
It's
love it.
Olestra.
Alestra.
Alestra?
Olestra. Yes.
Is oleo a brand
It
name?
caused leakage in some consumers.
Anal
Okay.
leakage.
You know, it'd be
Yeah.
great
Loose
poetic.
Yeah, like-
stools.
They used to put that, yeah, but if you go on the back of like Lay's potato chips, says the exact same thing on the back, that you could potentially have leaky bowels.
From just regular straight up Lays?
Yes. Look
Oh,
at the
first-
bag of Lay's, yeah.
Oh no, we need. Oh, also no more buying Frito-Lay products because one of their workers got electrocuted and they refused to pay his bills and he got electrocuted on the job. But anyways,
Those
So-
chili cheese Fritos are so good though.
no more Frito-Lay products.
They're
Hold on,
incredible. The
Fritos.
flavor twist.
Ellie, you know, it'd be
Oh,
poetic
ugh.
justice if your mom was hearing what to put in the food and she heard what your dad said about the woman cooking, and she was making that right now, so he shits his pants later.
Yeah, but then she would have to clean it up. Like one time he threw up in her sink. So
Well, you know, there have been a few accidents over the years.
yeah, you threw up in her sink.
Well, worse than that. Listen, I was fucking dead to the world for that second shot on the COVID, man. That was, thank God my wife was here for that one because I was just out. I couldn't even open my eyes. I was in such pain. I had a headache, chills, fever. You fucking name it. Everything that was on the list, I had it.
Oh my god.
You shit
Yeah,
your
that's
pants?
horrible.
No,
How
but I
long
felt
did
like
you
on the barf. It was one day,
One day, oh, my
24
God.
hours.
That's probably
Oh.
fucking miserable though.
I thought I had food poisoning. It was miserable.
Okay, if you had food poisoning, you'd have been throwing up or shitting your pants, which you did neither of those things.
I felt nauseous.
Okay, you didn't evacuate anything, though. All right, so they can jump as much as 59 feet without an injury. So, like, they can just drop out of a 60-foot tree and be okay. I guess they're the masters of tuck
amazing.
and roll, right?
That's amazing.
We should try that with you.
You better not drop me 59 inches. I'll fucking hurt something.
All right, I'll push you off the roof when I come visit. We'll see what happens.
You know what's bad about this COVID thing is if you have a cold, people just like avoid you like a plague now.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like-
also nice, too, because it's like if you cough, then people just leave you alone.
Yeah, but like last week I had a cold and it's like people think you're like, okay, you're the bubonic plague.
Well, it happens. All right,
All
Sam.
right.
So I
Is
see
that
you
it?
in. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I see you win.
Endangered.
Yeah. Although we've realized they're kind of political. Okay. Yes. So that is our friend, the lovely Tree Kangaroo. Thank you as always for listening. Be sure to go check out TruExact Radio. They're on Instagram. Stop crinkling, for the love of God. What is that?
It's a
Is that
tire
a VHS? Is that a VHS?
No, it's a tire pressure gauge.
Okay,
Why are
and
you showing us a tire pressure?
this isn't
gauge?
show and tell, and no one can, and that's like the
That
lamest
was
thing
in
on the
there.
planet.
What I do want to talk about
What?
Is
is
he gonna sell us something? Is this the
Wait, are
commercial
you-
part of our show? Have we gotten commercials now?
you know, if your tire
Monetize
pressure
it?
is correct, you will get better mileage on your car, which is better for the planet. So if you're concerned about global warming, you'll keep your tires properly inflated.
Global
Okay.
warming is a myth made up by the Chinese and the Democrats.
It might
So-
be. Okay, so here's what I want to know.
Kidding.
Aside, how do you determine from the natural warming and cooling cycles of the Earth how much is attributable to man.
Look at all the fucking. Are you
Yeah,
shitting me? Between all the cows farting and shit, and
There
then
are
all
cows
the.
farting.
but they could be making all that up. There's
Listen,
nobody
yeah,
measuring these things.
that's the part I want to know. What is the differential of
Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, we'll have to save this for another episode.
All right,
We'll
so
save it
let
for
me
another
just cut.
episode, just
Let
like
me
the two
leave.
lasers.
Let me leave this message for you all, which is I'm grateful for the fact that ammunition is more available. It's still twice the price of it.
Whatever
What it
that
was
means.
pre-pandemic.
Whatever that means.
But it is more available, and you can get it. I can't find 357 for the life of me, but 9mm.
No one cares.
Is
Literally,
coming.
no one
It's
cares.
available, and you didn't even see it advertising. So the prices are coming down. And let me tell you, folks, when the price gets to 20 cents a round or below, buy, and stock that shit up. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, what kind of end of the world shit are you preparing? Do we need to be
I'm
concerned?
I'm gonna watch the prices on these because I will buy that. You
Yeah.
sold
Ammo, 9mm now is right around 40 cents. But it was
Make your own.
18. I bought a press. You can't get the primers and you can't get powder. So yes, I make my own.
Okay.
Oh, you
All
sold
right.
me
Anyway,
on
that's
the tires. You
that's
sold
very-
me
a different
tire
podcast.
Pressure meter. I'll go buy a tire pressure thing, not a bullet.
For
though.
why? Still not understanding why that was relevant, but okay. So, anyways, thanks as always for
That's
listening,
about
guys. Shoot
climate
us an
change.
email, justanimalspod@gmail.com. Hopefully, you had fun with this crazy episode. Guy was in extra special form and extra autistic and ADD, so that's always fun. Have a great evening, everyone.
It's a Jacko.
Holy fuck.
Jack O'Lantern.
Jack-
Just say
Jacko.
goodbye. Just
It's
say
a-
goodbye.
It's a Jacko gauge. All right.
Okay,
Love
just
you the
say
most.
goodbye.
Can I just cut out?